Welcome to Modelers Tack School. My name is Carrie. Today we're going to repair an 8-inch doll from around the 80s that has a broken rubber band that holds the legs on. Okay, so this is my crochet hook collection, and looking at this hole here, I need something that's going to fit through there. So, and I also need something where the hook is big enough for the rubber band. So I'm going to pull out a couple here. I've got a 4 and a 2. We'll see how those are going to work. The hook is in her head that you hook the rubber bands to, and so you need to kind of pull that. Now they've got one rubber band. Yeah, I really don't like rubber bands. If I could do this with string, I would rather do string. In fact, I did that on another video where I just used string because it was just so much easier. Okay, so I'm going to make sure I don't lose that hook, which I just did. And sometimes, I can just squeeze, but I'll put a hook in there just to hold it. And now we got to take this off. So it was one rubber band, and it's literally just a rubber band too. It's just, it's breaking. But I found this, it's a better bead, so it's a beading elastic. And so I would probably take this, and we want to feed it through that hook. So I'm not entirely sure. Oh, wow, that came out. That wasn't supposed to come out, but it did. That's fine. So we'll go ahead and put it in here, and then in there, hold it like that, and then we'll have to feed that back in. And because I have that elastic, I should be able to pull it back up pretty easy. Okay, so now, yeah, I've only done this a few times. I'm going to see if I can get this through there. And now I'll pull I'm going to pull this side. There we go. Now, and I'll leave it like, I mean, she's got to be 30 years old. This mold, this is the one I grew up with. Brenda was the owner of Breyer. It was his daughter. Okay, so I'm going to end up cutting this too long. Because it's so much easier to have too much and cut it away than it's going to be to have too little. So I'm going to go back up through that hole again. Pull that through. And now I can put her head back on, like that. Now these have to go through her hips, so make sure we don't put those on backwards. And this bigger hook is just easier for pulling the elastic through. The smaller one was to get it through the head. So let's go ahead and pull it through the hips. Make sure I got the correct leg so her hips will join the right way. Wow, I I need a smaller hook. It's a 6. When you get to these small crochet hooks, the higher the number, the smaller it's the other way around with the bigger hooks, but these smaller, you know, for doilies and bedspread weight cotton, the numbers are smaller or bigger. The smaller they get. So this 2 is bigger than the 4, if that makes sense. Go ahead and pull this through. Too much coffee this morning. Okay. Now, because that's not a hook, let's see if it's a hook. I think this one is the hook. This one is the hook. Okay, so that has a hook. It's got an opening under there. That means what I can do, I have these crimp beads I bought in Temu, and then a crimp tool. It came with it as a kit. And I need to be able to pull this tight and crimp it before I put that leg on. And I don't think it matters what color I use. So let's go ahead and use one of those. I don't remember what millimeter these were. So I'm going to want it to pull tight, so I'm going to put it in closer to where the, because this leg will pull some of that down, but I need to crimp it. We'll see how this works. So, and I'm going to go ahead and give it a couple of ties here. The ties alone don't hold very well. I've tried it. That's why I bought the crimps. So this is just a secondary means of holding these in place. And you need to pull it really tight. Now I'll take the excess off. And then the last thing, so we need to use our crochet hook. And we might need 2. So I'm doing one that's going to pull, you should see on some of these I had 3 crochet hooks going to replace the rubber band. And then we've got 1 to keep it outside the leg, and then we're going to use this one to get it around that hook. That didn't work. We'll try it again. Okay, so if we did it tight enough, I have now fixed that doll. Thank you for spending time with me today. Like, subscribe, tell your friends about the channel, and have yourself a really good day.